know, and at the end of the day, you know, I fought for this ground, you own this ground, you own this street, you own that building.
Yeah, you were saying earlier you served the country, and actually you were saying a couple times this year you questioned why did you serve.
This has been an emotional year for me because, you know, when you serve overseas, or you serve in general, even if you serve 1 minute in the Army, you're serving. We're always preparing for war. Unfortunately, it's what's required for freedom.
Yeah.
Okay? And just because you don't have medals on your chest, or just because you're the cook in the military, doesn't mean you're not serving. And you question your service now when you go overseas and you're like, Canada's the freest place, and we'll fight for your freedom. You should come live in Canada because we have the best human rights in the world. And then this year's been a very emotional year. The trip's been very emotional for me. It's like, why did I serve? You know what I mean? There's no human rights here now.
Yeah.
And I questioned why I served. I was like, man, and I cried a lot. And I've been crying for a long time. And so have the guys that have served. So have the guys that lost guys over there. So is my dad. So is my grandfather. You know, we fight for freedom because we fight for you guys. And we just want you guys to fight for us. That's all. That's how freedom works.
So you've been sharing your heart. A lot of things have been going on with you. What would you like to see accomplished? Like how would this end ideally for you?
We have to teach tolerance to the Canadians. I mean, like we can't ignore the fact that we have a lot of people that are still concerned, you know, of different medical decisions that we have.
Yep.
But you know, at the end of the day, we don't have time for the cold and flu anymore. We have bigger problems in this country. You know, if we win today or tomorrow or whenever we win, we find a path forward that makes sense for everybody in Canada. We have so many things to do, and the cold and flu is way down the list at this point, okay? We have other things, and so when this is over, we actually have to get to work. We have to fix ourselves, we have to fix our families, we got to then fix our kids, and then we got to go out and find ways to improve this country. We invest so much money in COVID and no return. We could have fixed our healthcare system with that. We could have done a lot of things. It doesn't cost any money to fix racism. It doesn't cost any money to fix the climate. It doesn't cost any money to fix homelessness. It costs $0. But if you want to sit in your house and not be informed and pay taxes for this guy to do it for you and just hit like buttons, then you're just going to feel that you can't afford to live. Okay, true change, social change happens by having those complicated conversations. If they're hard conversations to have, we gotta go have them. We have to find a path forward for everybody, not just the unvaccinated or the vaccinated. Everybody.
Right on, I love that. All right, there you go. Thank you, guys. We're in the convoy on the way to Ottawa, and when we were in Port Hope, it was hundreds and hundreds of people heading to Ottawa, but there was a lot of people that couldn't make it, so they brought food and all kinds of items for the truckers and whatnot, and we're asking people to take it up there. So we took a few bags. I just got overwhelmed. We opened up one of the bags to see what they had in them, and I got punched in the heart. Whoever these people are, they had their kids do up a bag with a cookie in it for the truckers, and they attached a note with it, put their artwork on there. Sorry, I'm getting emotional again. I'm going to show you what it was, and this is why we're doing what we're doing. Some little kid made this. Reach for the stars, we believe in you. And there's a picture of a truck. Inside of it, they left a note. The note says, "Dear Mr. or Mrs. Trucker, it's really awesome that you're standing up for human rights. I'm only 11, so I don't know much about it, but I believe what's happening is wrong. And I know you can do it. Sincerely, Kate." And she's got a cookie in a baggie for a trucker. This is absolutely amazing, and this is why we're doing it. All you parents out there that know what's going on, God love you for letting your kids know. I'm going to sign off. Please just share this everywhere. This is amazing.
Ready for an interview? classy, warm, and ready to go.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
These are five patriots from none other than Essex County.
That's right.
So I just want to ask you guys a couple questions, because what we're trying to do is help people who aren't able to come to Ottawa, just to get a sense of kind of what's going on and why you guys are here. So you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Cornelius Newfold, and I'm actually from Windsor area, and we come down for our freedom rights. We are here for the future of all of our children, and for everybody, vaccinated or unvaccinated. We're here to show love and support to everybody.
Have you seen any white supremacists or racists here yet?
No, none. It's as peaceful as it can be. Never seen a protest as peaceful.
Right. What would you say to Justin Trudeau and the legacy media who are telling people that this is all people that want to cause problems and participate in violence and are misogynists and this sort of thing? What would your response be to that, based upon what you've seen here the last few days?
I would really encourage people, whatever you're hearing up on media and TV, it's fake. It's fake. Trudeau is lying. It's embarrassing to see that we have a prime minister like this. It's that he is calling his truck drivers tin heads. It's embarrassing, honestly. I really encourage people that get out here. If you can, come look for yourself. It's amazing how peaceful it is and how loving people are here.
Right. Good.
Somebody's just asking if you guys can just speak up a bit because they can't hear. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll maybe try to get a little closer then. So, you want to introduce yourself?
Jake Weed. I am from Tilbury, Ontario.
Yeah, and how come you came up?
Pretty much what Corny said there. We're here for our children, for our grandchildren, for anybody else that has had any kind of effect or received any kind of effect from COVID, right? Lost their job, lost their loved one due to a vaccine, right? We spoke to some veterans already, and they said that they are so grateful that the truckers came out and started this whole convoy for what they've done in the past, right? That they never would have thought that they had to fight for their freedoms twice in this country, right? Yeah. And the love and support that we've received here is astonishing. Like, I've never seen a group this big, like the Guinness World Record for longest convoy,
right,
be this peaceful.
Who's providing like fuel for you guys and food, and like how are you getting along with all that kind of stuff? Where's all that coming from?
That's actually, as far as I know, it is coming from the GoFundMe, right? They have tanker outside right now. They're working on logistics to see if they can get the cops to allow the tanker to go by. They got long hoses so they can go from one side all the way to the other. And if not, they have slip tanks that they'll drive around with a little cart and they'll fuel anybody up. Yeah.
Okay, so is it true that you guys are going to cut and run after 48 hours or so when the going gets tough? How long are you staying for?
Till it's done. We're not leaving till we get what we want. Nobody is.
Couple weeks, couple months,
whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
You know that joke that's been going around? Some people say they're going to stay for 2 weeks, but it's going to be like the same kind of 2 weeks as the 2 weeks to flatten the curve.
No, we're here for the long haul. We're here to stay. We ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
You talking to these guys? There's only more truckers coming. Longer Trudeau wants to call them tin heads, you go for it, because there's going to be so many more truckers coming.
Right on. Good. Well, thanks for giving our listeners a little bit of an idea about what's going on.
Okay, I was just sitting in my truck here warming up. I just got a bunch of nice fruit dropped off to me. And I was just talking to this gentleman, and this nice lady came by and had something to share with everybody.
You want me to say it?
Yeah. What just happened there?
Okay, I was just talking to a local that lives right here in Ottawa. He's been here for 30 years. He knows what's happening. And he told me that the mayor of Ottawa he called the tow truck companies to start towing these semis off from the streets. And every company said they have COVID.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Justin. They'll be gone by yesterday.